How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Blake Check. If you're new to the channel, my name is Blake. It's nice to meet you. If you're interested in my perspective as an early EV adopter, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Today, I'm joined by my dad, Dwayne, who just bought his first EV, this beautiful 2019 Tesla Model S standard range. We're going to talk about why he chose this EV in particular. We're going to go over the purchase process and everything, but first, let's take a look at the car. Alright, so let's discuss the elephant in the room. If you guys recall at the beginning of this video, I told you that this was a standard range Model S, so what's this red performance underline doing on the back? Well, my dad bought this Tesla used from a third-party dealership rather than from Tesla directly, and they suggested that this might be a performance variant. But after a quick test drive, we were able to determine that that's not the case, so we're just going to assume that the previous owner took some creative liberties with the car, so we're probably going to have to remove that red underline with some fishing wire. The next thing I want to point out is these 21-inch twin turbine wheels, which was a $4,500 option, or you could pay Tesla $6,000 after buying the car to add that on. So that's nice that it came on this used model. And then the last thing that I want to point out is that it looks like the previous owner wrapped the chrome whiskers up front in matte black, which if you guys know me, you know I hate chrome. I deleted all the chrome on my Model 3 Performance over there. But in my opinion, you either have to go all black or all chrome. And it looks like the previous owner neglected to wrap the rest of the bumper in matte black and the windows and door sills. So we're probably just going to remove all of that so it's all chrome because my dad doesn't have a problem with chrome. But that's pretty much it. Let's grab my dad and talk to him about why he chose this Model S in particular. All right, you guys, I'm here with Mr. Aaron himself. We're going to get right to it. First, Dad, why don't you tell us about your decision to go electric? Which car did you drive before buying this Model S?
Well, Lexus LS460. In fact, we've had three of them. They're great vehicles. But premium fuel only. That was the problem.
It's really expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
It had gotten to the point that we decided, your mother and I decided a couple of years ago, we were going with an electric vehicle for me to go back and forth to work because I commute so much.
Yeah, you have a few cars, and your commute is so far. It's like an hour-and-a-half drive from your house to your office.
Yeah.
And so that's adding up to, can you give us like a ballpark estimate of how much your fuel cost was per month?
Well, I can tell you, it's somewhere around $500 to $600 a month.
Just for your car or?
For my car.
Oh my goodness. So your annual savings, just doing the quick math there, is what? You're better at math than me.
As soon as I decided to go to an electric vehicle, that was a $5,000 decision.
That's a no-brainer. So that leads us to going electric, why you decided to buy an EV. So why this car in particular?
Yeah, because the tax credit only applies to vehicles that are $55,000 or less if it's new, $24,000 or less if it's used. Well, the vehicles that fall into that criteria didn't fit me. I test drove them. They were nice cars. I love it, but I need comfort and reliability as well. Well, I couldn't find anything that fit me. So I decided, hey, let's go with the Model S. I love it. It's comfortable. It fits me.
That makes sense because the LS that you drove before, the Model S, is the similar car in Tesla's lineup that is most like that car.
Absolutely. But when I started doing a lot of research and shopping, I found out to get a Model S somewhere between a 2019 and a 2020, you need to be prepared to spend somewhere between $50,000 to $65,000. And some of that just depending about what types of features are in that car. But that's the price range you need to look at.
And you stumbled upon this car, which was at the bottom part of that range, and then has all these extra features that really helps bump up that value. And when we did the Kelley Blue Book estimate on this car, it was in the higher half of that range. So I think you really lucked out finding this car. Yeah, that's a no-brainer in my opinion. So what do you've been driving this car for about a week now. Just give us your first impressions. What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah.
Got friends that bought it, and the thing that they told me that I will echo, I should have done it sooner.
Yeah, I've been telling you that, but it took for your friends to start buying Teslas for you to decide that you wanted one for yourself, right?
No, actually I had you, which was an expert, so it helps me to figure out a whole lot of things about this vehicle that most people don't know.
Yeah.
Having you as my son being an expert with a Tesla, that was perfect.
Yeah, that was fun for me too, just going through the whole purchase process. Whenever you would just call me or text me as you found cars to consider, it was fun to get into the weeds of those cars, to learn things about it that maybe even the dealership didn't know. For instance, the fact that this car has those 21-inch twin turbine wheels as opposed to the standard wheels, which brings up the value of this car in my opinion. And then also the fact that this car has not only the full self-driving computer, but also has access to full self-driving beta. As you guys know, full self-driving is Tesla's driver assistance feature that steers the car. It does a little bit more than standard autopilot. It actually will come to a complete stop at an intersection. Essentially, you put in an address in your car and it'll take you from A to B as long as you're monitoring the car and being safe, with minimal interventions and input from the driver, which is pretty cool. It's a $15,000 option if you were to buy it from Tesla new. So a major hack is if you can find a used Tesla, purchase it from a private seller or from a third-party dealer like my dad did, and save that money. So my dad bought it from a third-party dealer that, in my opinion, just didn't really know what they had. They didn't know that this car had full self-driving beta, or they didn't know the value of that. So full self-driving beta, when this car was new, cost about $5,000 in 2019. Today, like I said, it's $15,000 option. So that's something that protects you against depreciation, in my opinion. And that's the reason that I told you to go ahead and pull the trigger on this car.
Yeah. 6 months ago, I didn't know any of this stuff. Having you as my son and my advisor to help me purchase this, you cleared the weeds out of my way where I could make an informed decision.
Yeah.
I wish more people had somebody like you they could talk to when they're trying to make a decision like this.
Yeah, it's really helpful. If you guys are thinking about buying your first EV, of course, I'll try my best to help you guys out. If you want to leave a comment in the comment section about a question you guys have about anything in Tesla's lineup or any other EV you might be considering. But that's really all I had to ask you about your car. I know that you're loving it and that you're already doing all the right things by upgrading your charging setup at home. You're going to get the front bumper wrapped in a clear bra, which is a great idea since you have a long commute and rock chips are notorious in Arizona. But I think you're off to a good start and that you're going to have a really good experience in this Model S, so I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate all of your help, Blake.
All right, so let's get some quick driving impressions. Didn't want to leave you guys high and dry there. So as far as handling this car, you can definitely feel its weight, especially in the corners whenever you turn the steering wheel, and especially coming from a Model 3 Performance like I drive, but that's not why you bought the car. And then as far as acceleration, Tesla says that this car can get to 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comment section, but let's test that out real quick. I'm gonna floor it. That's not bad. Oh, that's pretty good. I can confirm that still gets you those little butterflies in your tummy and brings a smile to your face. So really, that's all that matters to me, and probably especially to you coming from an LS that doesn't get anywhere near those numbers in terms of 0 to 60. So this is probably exciting.
0 to 60. Oh.
All right, so the last thing that I want to do is check out full self-driving beta. There are going to be plenty more videos testing out full self-driving beta in this car. I think it's crazy that I don't even have full self-driving beta, and I would consider myself more of an EV fan than you are. But let's flip the camera around and see what this car can do. To engage full self-driving beta in the Model S, you just press this toggle down here in the corner, and the car takes over. This is blowing my mind. What's your reaction to this? You just like whatever, right?
I like it. I don't know how often I use it. There are times I will. At first I said I would never use it. Now I'm slowly being won over.
I think it's just cool that it has it, and it'll definitely help to protect against depreciation in this car. But I think that's going to do it for this quick demo of full self-driving beta in this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for future in-depth reviews of full self-driving beta. It's going to be fun to follow all of the updates. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching this far into the video. If you liked what you saw, leave me a like and comment below what you guys think about my dad's decision to go electric and his purchase decision on his first EV. This has been Blake Check, and that's a wrap.